Namaste and welcome to Bhoom of Bharat with Ramashiv Kumar every week where we bring in new updates on the GCC. I'm the founder CEO SRK Game Changers. SRK Game Changers is a GCC consulting service organization providing advisory, governance and setup services across talent, business operations and workplace solutions. We deliver customized, high performing global capability centers that encourage AI and digital innovation. We leverage the expensive, skilled talent pool and groom the next generation leaders of tomorrow for the GCCs. Our tailored workplace solutions build technology as a core foundation. Example, we have skills and expertise in setting up innovation labs using AI, ML, and RPA. And thank you once again for our encouraging remarks and the feedback we continue to receive on the uniqueness of our podcast and the themes we choose to discuss with our client. And today we have yet another unique theme and our guest, well known in the industry as JD, Jitendra Dutt Sharma. Welcome, Jitendra, to our studio.
Thank you, Rama. Thanks for inviting me, and it's a good opportunity for me to talk with you on GCC and future of GCC.
Yeah, thank you. So, today's podcast theme, as we said, that we're going to look at the uniqueness once again. And there's, a lot of buzz about new gen GCCs, 5G, AI, innovation labs. So, this is something our theme, and none other than JD could be the person who could, actually come and talk to us about this. So, thanks once again, JD, and welcome to our Bhoom of Bharat.
Thank you.
Yeah. For the benefit of a guest, JD, if I may request you to introduce yourself.
Okay, so my full name is Jitendra Dutt Sharma, but very well known as JD. I have spent 41 years that include manufacturing industry, big houses like Aditya Birla and some other organization. Then another 20 years I have spent in IT. So throughout my career is in IT. From very early stage of computerization till digital transformation, the journey is wonderful. And I have led almost 2,400 people at a center for one of the MNC, starting with the few numbers. So this is what is about me. I have also written a book called as Practicing Management in Corporate because I thought that I need to share my experience for the future generation, and that experience will be helpful for them to navigate in the IT world and helpful to them. That is what is my passion.
No, thank you so much. You've been so humble, and I still remember the first conversation I had with you when I got introduced to you, and you were very ready to talk about this very very important topic. So once again, thank you and welcome to our podcast. So I want to kind of first start with understanding more. We've been saying 5G and Gen AI, they're big technology drivers. But I also see the real differentiators for GCC will be people and culture. How do you see India's talent pool enabling, especially for the mid-sized companies, to adopt these technologies faster and smarter? Any examples or a personal experience you may want to share would be really very helpful for us.
Okay, good question. And I'll take you slightly 2 decades before. Okay, 2004, 2005. That is the time when internet started and better connectivity was there in India. And most of the companies, when multinational companies started with outsourcing, are called as offshore center, or some of them were calling support center. And those support center was nothing. People were doing L1 support, L2 support, and some kind of a piecemeal development. Slowly, the capability was built by our people, and we started working on delivery excellence. Actually, that means that we wanted to deliver the full project, or at least part of project, and we started value addition. Now, the third thing for last 1 decade, which is we can say almost from 2010 onwards or 15 onwards, for last 1 decade, we identified that it is not only delivering project is enough, delivering value to customer is enough, is important. So what we started doing over a period of time, that I'm delivering it something to you, but how it is valuable to end user. And that mindset took some time for us because it is not easy. a developer doing a coding, we cannot tell him to look at the customer and find out what value he needed. But over a period of time, they understood it. And very simple example. Suppose you are doing some automation and you say, oh, I am doing automation. I have 200 people of automation. Customer say, what does it mean? How it matters to me actually, practically, right? Then we need to tell him that we are doing automation and we can do your regression testing, meaning suppose you have a previous version and you are going for a new version production. In that process, we can test all your previous scenarios so that there is a minimum defect in the production. Then he realized, yes, this is important because this is a big pain point for him. Anytime when they're going for a new version, previous version was breaking. So that kind of a thing we started building. And not only automation is just one example. In all the area, we started doing it. So with this kind of a thing, now let's look at the next generation. Okay, what it is, we are working with millennial and Gen Z. They are the people who are passionate for what they want to do, how they want to do. They're also passionate about that what I'm doing with a purpose. They're not fascinated with big brand. I want to work with a company with $10 billion. No, not at all. They are okay to work with a startup company also. They're okay to work with a mid-sized company also, provided they are getting what they need to do. Okay. So the new technology which we are talking about, those technologies much acceptable these days for a mid-sized company because of their lean and thin things. So Gen Z and millennial are looking for a purpose. So this generation, one is quick in learning. They have much better infrastructure available today, and they are looking for this kind of organization. And one good thing about mid-sized organization is mid-sized organization are lean and thin. There's no, I'll not say bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is not a right word, but still there's no complex process actually. They are always looking for a simple process. I have some idea, I want to execute it. What I need to do, tell me. This is what it is. So all those things is creating a good environment in India where people can really, the Gen Z can do their job, mid-sized organization can benefit it, and digital transformation journey will be very successful over a period of time. This is what I personally see. And GCC can help in a big way.
So, JD, you brought a very interesting point, and I would like to take your point of view on this. How should GCC leaders ensure their AI, ML, and data-driven strategies directly translate into measurable business outcomes and not just experiments?
There are a few things which we need to understand here. First of all, that AI ML should not remain as a talking terms in the organization. I'm doing 5 training, I'm doing 3 training, not like that. Okay, whatever program you are running it, that program has to be in totality. Okay, I'll tell you that what we did. We did a program called Elvis, ELVIS. Okay, although Elvis is a big musician, but I'm not going to that direction. Elvis. What E stands for? E stands for exploration. L stands for learning. So once we explore what area is important, then we start learning. Okay. After learning, third part is visualizing where I can implement, where I can use it, how my customer will be benefited. Then implementation, and last part is scaling. Between visualization and implementation, again there is a life cycle because it will go through the nurturing the idea, it will go through the POC, it will go through the success of POC and then rolling out. So this Elvis program helped us in a big way. I'll tell you why. Because in a classroom, I can train only 10, 15 people, maybe 5 batches I will run. Okay, so 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and they will not have a hands-on. In this case, we run it as a gaming application, as a competition. Okay, whomsoever wants to learn AI ML, they need to form a team of 10 to 12 people and they need to come up with their idea. That idea should be supplementing our broader big objective of the organization, and this is the time period you have it. You choose your team, you choose your problem, you choose your solution. And this was a surprise for us that we thought maybe 2-3 team will come up. But at that time, 14 people On an average 10 to 12 people per team. Okay, 14 teams, average 10 to 12 people per team. They came up. And all of them reached to the level of POC. What it gave? Learning, exploration, learning what is in it, what is not good for me. Okay, then hands on, because you have to bring the proof of concept. It means you need to do the hands on. So the learning was very perfect kind of a learning. I'll not say perfect, but learning was in such a way that out of those 140 or 160 people, I can make a good team telling them, oh, this is my AI competency center actually.
Yeah. No, I think
This
it's
was
a
a
good
very good
point.
experiment.
No, I think Elvis is a good point. I mean, people thinking about musicians, but yes, it's AI, music and AI. That's a new thing that we're talking around. And, we also keep, related to this, that we keep talking about, yes, GCCs today are becoming the business partners, They are bringing in, culture and leadership behaviors are changing. So how do you think leaders are driving the operational excellence and resilience for global firms?
Okay. So I'll be talking about one thing which probably is not so popular. Okay, and I'll tell you what. Whenever any project is successful, you will find everybody will say my contribution. Everybody will come for a photo in the last production day. Okay. But we started a culture celebrating the failure.
Wow.
Okay, what does it mean? That we failed? Still we are celebrating. Still we are going for a dinner. And then we are doing a very deep thinking that, okay, why we failed? Even if we are, and failure is not bad actually. I'm telling you, failure is not bad. Why it is not bad? Because if you are failing now, that means that the next time you will be very successful. You will be taking care of all the things which was not good in this particular version or in this particular POC. Okay, so the celebrating the failure was one of the things. Second thing comes when we are talking about operation excellence, that team bonding is very important and leader need to be on floor. Leadership should be accessible. Okay, you may say that somebody is a VP, somebody is a manager, and there's a programmer or a developer. How you can expect a VP to come to the floor? I'm not saying that VP should micromanage it or competency center should micromanage it, but he should be visible. Okay, and how it should be visible? If I'll say that, okay, tomorrow morning my office is open for you, come and meet me, then I'm bypassing all the channel. This is not good way. What we started doing it, once in a 6 month, I will go to floor with a pre-announced date. I'll meet 30 people or 40 people of that project on floor, talking about their project, not only that, what new is being done, what not being done, etc., etc. This was giving a lot of comfort to them. Okay, and this way those people, whatever new thing they were doing, they were showcasing it there. That means that directly those things are coming to our knowledge. Yeah, it is being done, but it is not coming to our knowledge. Maybe we should do something. So leadership accessibility is important. Another part which we were trying to do in this case was diversity inclusion. We can talk separately on this part because this is very important part. 50% of our workforce is there. Perception management versus fact. When you are working in multiple centers, offshore, onshore, or customer and you, sometimes perception work. And the leadership should make sure that the perception is being killed by the facts. And for that, you need to have measurement, you need to have a right KPI in place, you need to measure it properly, and you need to showcase it properly.
No, that's a good point. I think, having a measurable KPIs is definitely very important. And I think you brought a good, interesting point. You want to kind of also talk more about on the, we're talking about diversification, you're also talking about diversity. Anything you want to kind of, share your views on that?
I'll talk about it actually. Okay, and this is starting with a very small story actually. What was that? Normally in the evening after 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, I used to take a round. We have a big floor, 500 people were working. Okay, so just taking around one, I found one manager. She just came from the maternity, and she was in the office. So I went to her. I asked, "Why you are in the office this time? You have two kids, so you should be at home." She said, "No, no, no, JD, I'm able to manage it." That thing clicked to me that this is the person who's a role model for my team members. For other female members, she's the role model. We can bring big speakers, but they will not be able to connect a speaker who's very successful in industry, who may be CEO of XYZ organization, but what is in it for me? I may not be able to connect. But I can definitely connect to the person who's sitting next to me. And then we started a program called Growing Together. And HER is capital, by the way. Together, HER is capital. Okay. What was the agenda for that program? That the role model will be selected from the ladies. They will be mentoring all the girls because they understand those problems better. And to surprise, our leadership percentage in 3 years went up. Women leadership percentage went by 10 to 12% higher. Our women leadership employee was 44%. No reservation kind of a thing. It is not that no, you need to give the only quality and capability was the criteria for progression or promotion, but this has given us a very big result. Another thing, we run marathon only by women for the women. Judges are also women.
Okay.
Why? Because the guys has a lot of area, a lot of places to hang out, right? But the girls may not have that much flexibility. And if they are part of the member of 10 people, 3 girls, probably they may not be heard fully. They may not be able to put their point. But in this case, because all are women, they're running a hackathon for the women, by the women, it was good and with very good response. So this is the way the gender diversity is improved and leadership was improved. That gave very good result.
I definitely see, GCC is playing a very different role here in terms of, grooming, not only just, gender diversity, you've also look at all kind of a diversities are playing there because you're a global organization, so you can really focus on this. So thank you so much for this. And so I would just like to, check with you your views now that, we are saying India is pushing towards Viksit Bharat 2047 vision. So GCCs will be at the heart of country's digital and innovation backbone. What role do you see GCCs playing in shaping this future? Should teachers start preparing today?
GCC will be mainly focusing on the innovation and ownership. It is not outsourcing. Okay, so the majority of GCC which will be coming up, they will be focusing on innovation hub in India. They will be focusing on product. They will be focusing on new services. That kind of thing I am seeing it from the GCC.
Okay, that's good. That's good to hear from you. And you've been also leader, worked in various places, and you see that Pune is emerging as a very strong GCC destination, not just for its technical talent, but also for a collaborative culture. So, how do you see Pune differentiate themselves itself as a people and cultural hub for next generation GCCs that align with Bharat's Viksit vision as well?
So I'll tell you that Pune was different, not from last 20 years when IT came here. It was different earlier as well. Pune has a rich heritage, that is number one. Pune was a hub for institutions. Okay, it was always a hub for education. Okay, and then IT came here. So what we have in Pune, we have a rich heritage. People are more social. Okay, they bring those values at workplace. Believe me, they bring those values at workplace. Okay, talent is available. 20 year of IT experience is there. Big IT companies, every companies are here. So that experience is also here. It is very well connected. It has an international airport. It is very well connected to the Mumbai International Airport as well. It is connected with the nearby state like Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal, Indore. So many people are coming to Pune, right? Safe environment. Unlike some of the cities where ladies cannot move out after 8 o'clock, or officers need to send them door to door drop. Here, that is not the case. So all those things together make us different. Okay. So this is what I feel, that Pune is having a more advantage for a GCC.
Okay, okay. No, thank you so much. And I think since you're talking about Pune, so maybe more on the lighter side, if Pune's workforce culture were a product, what tagline would you like to give it?
Oh, good. So I will say P cube into P square. What does it mean? What does it mean?
Okay.
Educated, experienced, empowered, Pune power.
Okay, that's awesome. So I think I would like to kind of, have this and, tag and share that with everybody in terms of what Pune brings in. So in fact, I also love Pune. After I've come back to Pune, I've been really, loving this place with the kind of, you know, uh, I would say opportunities it's providing you. And so thank you so much, Jitendra. I think it was good to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining us on Boom of Bharat. Your insights, especially on how 5G, Gen AI, and innovation labs can transform GCCs, especially for the mid-sized companies, were truly eye-opening. Talking about the musicians, the AI. Talking about how the leadership is bringing in the women leadership that you're supporting even after you moved out of your corporate career. That's really very amazing. The way you connected talent, technologies, and Pune's growing ecosystem gave our audience a fresh perspective, and also why India is at the heart of global digital transformation. We deeply appreciate your thought leadership and the vision you shared with us today. So thank you so much, JD.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah. And for the audience, thank you so much for tuning into this special episode of Bhoom of Bharat. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on the ideas and innovation shaping our world. If you have any thoughts or stories to share on this topic, we would love to hear from you. You could connect with me on LinkedIn, SRK Game Changers, or drop your questions on our website, srkgamechangers.com. Until next time, namaste from Bhoom of Bharat.